Are you looking for a cost-effective place to go on a vacation? Or maybe you just want to permanently move to a place where a lavish lifestyle might not be that expensive. But did you know that some of the cheapest countries in the world have the most beautiful single women of your dreams? From the heart of Africa to the peaceful tropical islands of the Bahamas, these countries are not only cheap, but they also have thousands of beautiful women just waiting for the right man. Let us tell you all about 15 of the cheapest countries where single women are dying to meet foreign men. Number 1. Nigeria. Nigeria is probably the most populous country in Africa, but at the same time, it is one of the cheapest places in the world to live in. The cost of living in Nigeria is around 57% lower than in the United States on average. On top of that, the rent is also 31% lower than in the US. Roughly the monthly expenses in the country amount to only $120 to $350, depending on whether a person is living alone or residing with their family. The best part about living in Nigeria for foreigners is that usually the cost of utilities and security are covered by their employers. Local produce is very cheap and readily available at the markets around the year. Since Nigeria is a multi-ethnic society, people can find all sorts of foods and flavors from various regions. Meat, seafood, and exotic fruits can be easily bought from the colorful local markets. However, the cost of imported Western food items might sometimes be largely inflated. Nigerian cities are also full of high-end shopping malls, where people can find all sorts of luxury items, but these too may be a bit more pricey. Another thing that attracts foreigners to Nigerian borders is the sheer number of beautiful single women in the country. The local ladies are known for being tall, dark, and alluring, with their expressive eyes and remarkably sculpted features. They are extremely friendly and welcoming of strangers with genuine warmth. The women in the country are well educated and can engage in interesting conversations. They embody the perfect blend of traditional values and personal drive, but are more than happy to settle down and look after their families if they find the right man to understand and love them. What do you think of Nigerian women? Let us know in the comments below. Number 2. Pakistan. The Islamic Republic of Pakistan is located in South Asia by the Arabian Sea, and even though it is quite small in size, it is still the 5th largest country in the world by population. Pakistan is also one of the cheapest countries in the world, which makes it an attractive destination for foreigners. The cost of living in one of the major cities in Pakistan is around $300 to $360, including rent, food, utilities, and other necessities. This makes the country 95% cheaper to live in than a big European city like London. Since Pakistan is mostly an agricultural country, the cost of local produce is very low, and essentials like fruits, vegetables, seafood, and meat are easily available at very affordable prices. Despite having such a low cost of living, luxury items can also be found in malls of the major cities. Having such a large and diverse ethnic population means that the country has countless beautiful women too. The ladies here may look exotic, but they are in tune with Western values, and at the same time, they are extremely loyal and family-oriented. Even though Pakistani women have started speaking up for their rights in recent years, unfortunately, they still face a lot of discrimination at work and in public. Violence against them is rampant throughout the country, which has forced these women to look outside the borders of their country. Most of them are highly educated and fluent in English, but they don't have many local men who can value them like they deserve. Number 3. Malawi. Located in East Africa, Malawi is a landlocked country, but it has access to the beautiful Lake Malawi. The country is home to some of the rarest species of animals and plants in the world, which makes it a hotspot for nature lovers. The best part about Malawi is that it is one of the cheapest countries to go on an extended vacation or to live in. Renting a single-bedroom apartment in Malawi just costs around $120, and the total monthly expenses amount to around $360 on average. The low cost of living in Malawi can be attributed to the poverty in the country, and the local women are most affected by this. Even then, the women are some of the friendliest in the world and are very welcoming towards strangers. It is not uncommon for them to invite people into their homes for a meal with their family. These dark-skinned beauties can effortlessly charm anyone with their lovely smiles and warmth. It is also easy for men to lose themselves in their gorgeous almond-shaped eyes. Malawian women are very open to new experiences and are great in social settings. The loyalty these ladies have for their men is one of the many reasons why they make great partners. The country's romantic natural setting and affordable prices make it ideal to woo one of the countless beautiful Malawian women. Number 4. Nepal. Nepal is another landlocked country that is extremely cheap for foreign visitors. It lies on the northern border of India and also shares a border with China. The infamous Himalayan mountain range passes through the country, which is the reason behind Nepal being so popular with mountaineers. The average cost of living in Nepal is around $390 per month. The major expense in the country is the rent, which can vary from $150 to $300 depending on the size and location of the home. Apart from that, food prices are low in the country, and eating at local restaurants costs around $3 to $5 for a single meal. Poverty is a huge problem in Nepal, and it forces many of the local men to leave the country in search of employment. As a result of this, many Nepalese women are left alone to fend for themselves with no one to rely on. The women in the country are extremely hardworking and have to support themselves by opening up small businesses. However, their natural beauty cannot be undermined by their unfortunate circumstances. Their lustrous black hair, prominent cheekbones, and large, soft eyes are enough to make heads turn when they walk into a room. Even though the Nepalese culture may be a little traditional, the women dream of a foreigner whisking them away from all the troubles they face. Number 5. Bangladesh. Located on the Bay of Bengal in the east of India, Bangladesh is known for its lush greenery and countless waterways. It is one of the most fertile places on the planet and is also extremely cheap to live in. Foreigners can easily enjoy a high quality of life without breaking the bank. The average monthly expenses amount to only around $420, which is around 61% lower than in the United Kingdom. Obviously, the cost of living varies depending on the city and the lavishness one decides to adopt. But generally, Bangladesh is an ideal location for anyone seeking to settle down in a beautiful foreign land. Apart from the cheap prices, another good reason to settle in Bangladesh is the charming ladies in the country. Bengali women are renowned for their stunning looks across the Indian subcontinent. Their almond-shaped eyes, petite noses, and picture-perfect figures are enough to attract any man, and they are confident enough to participate in beauty pageants, appear in modeling shows, and even act on television and movies. However, these women face discrimination in their own country and are often sidelined for employment opportunities. In addition to that, many of the local men also leave Bangladesh for job opportunities abroad. Problems like these have forced many of these gorgeous women to live alone without anyone to look after them. They too want to be loved and cared for, and hope that someday they can find someone who can bring light to their lives. Did you already know about the beautiful women of Bangladesh? Share your thoughts with us in the comments. Number 6. India. India probably needs no introduction. It is one of the biggest countries in the world today in terms of land area and population size, and even has a rapidly evolving economy. Even with all the progress India has made over recent years, it is still one of the cheapest countries in the world. The average cost of living in a big city like Delhi or Chennai is only around $440, which is far more affordable than any of its Western counterparts. Mumbai might be a little more expensive, but it is still pretty cost-effective comparatively. The best part is that there are a lot of job opportunities even for foreign nationals in India too. Along with that, the country has one of the richest cultures and some of the most attractive women in the world. Ethnic diversity in India means that there are beautiful ladies of all colors and types. With their exotic appearance, colorful traditional dresses, and breathtaking dance moves, Indian ladies are sure to bring life to any party or social gathering. They are also extremely well educated, and studies show Indian women prefer settling with husbands from abroad. Since discrimination and domestic violence against women are pretty high in India, on average, 2/3 of them prefer marrying a foreign man with very low divorce rates. Number 7. Bhutan. The Kingdom of Bhutan is located on the eastern edge of the Himalayas, right between India and China. It is a landlocked country that has some of the most amazing landscapes in the world, which also makes it an extremely coveted destination for tourists. However, the government of Bhutan has enacted a sustainable development fee of $100 per night for any foreigners entering the country as tourists. This is to curb the influx of foreigners and provide quality service to all visitors. On the upside, the cost of living is one of the lowest in the world at around $455 per month. Foreign expats can avail the benefit of low prices in Bhutan, but they have to go through a lengthy process to register themselves as permanent residents of the country. Apart from the low costs of living and majestic natural beauty of Bhutan, foreigners are also attracted by the lovely local ladies. Bhutanese women are some of the most unique in the world thanks to their physical appearance. They generally have smooth skin tones, which perfectly complement their high cheekbones, round faces, and slanted eyes. They also have strong-willed personalities and yet are humble at the same time. Sadly, violence against women is far too common in Bhutan, which has forced them to look for exceedingly rare foreign men who can love and value them. Would you want to permanently settle in a place like Bhutan? Let us know in the comments. Number 8. Ghana. The Republic of Ghana is the second most populous country in West Africa. It is located on the Gulf of Guinea and shares a border with the Ivory Coast. Even though Ghana is one of the leading African nations, it is still one of the most affordable places for vacations and residences. The cost of living in the country for a single person is around $480, which is 63% lower than that in the United States. Rents are very low as compared to Western nations, and other costs like food, utilities, and travel are also pretty affordable. In addition to that, Ghana also has an extensive public transportation network that costs around $0.5 to $1.5 for a one-way ticket. Apart from the very cheap prices, Ghana is also famous for its beautiful women. The ladies in the country are celebrated for their classic African features, such as full lips, wide-set eyes, high cheekbones, and broad noses. However, the most distinctive qualities of the women in Ghana are their confidence, resilience, and strong will. They are highly intelligent and they value independence. They are not afraid to speak their minds and stand up for what they believe in. At the same time, they can be family-oriented and would sacrifice their own ambitions for their loved ones. Number 9. Burundi. Burundi is a landlocked country in the Great Rift Valley. It lies right on the junction between the African Great Lakes region and East Africa, and shares borders with Rwanda and Tanzania. It is truly a hidden gem in Africa that has been largely untouched by tourists. On average, the cost of living in Burundi is around $480 per month for a single person. Basic necessities are easily accessible, but the internet connectivity can be a little spotty at times. However, that could be just the kind of thing the nature enthusiast might be looking for. There is a lot to do in Burundi, from experiencing the traditional dishes to getting up close with hippos in the wild. The best way to have a great time in Burundi is with a local, and foreigners can easily find the woman of their dreams to show them around the country. Even though the country might be deemed as a traditional one when it comes to dating, the women from Burundi actually prefer a Western man who can commit to them. There is a lot of poverty there, so the women want someone who can look after their needs and provide for them. Number 10. Kiribati. The island nation of Kiribati is a remote and isolated place in the Central Pacific Ocean. The country is part of the division of islands that are collectively known as Micronesia. Even though Kiribati may be in the middle of nowhere, it is only 2,500 miles from Hawaii. Not many people know about the island nation, which is why it is one of the least visited places on the planet. However, with the cost of living at around only $490 per month, Kiribati is the perfect place to spend time, especially for those seeking a peaceful break in their lives. The countless lagoons in Kiribati are popular for swimming, scuba, diving, and snorkeling activities. But the best part about the place is the truly unique women. These ladies are the very definition of exotic, as they are completely different from any other women in the world. They have gorgeous bronze complexions that stand out almost immediately, Their torsos and hips are usually slender and toned, which only adds to their overall appealing figures. However, their most striking feature is their beautiful teeth, which just makes their smiles even more heartwarming. Unfortunately, these exotic ladies have next to no opportunities in Kiribati. They virtually have no rights and barely any representation in the central government, even though women are considered to be central figures in the community. This is one of the reasons why many young women are choosing to stay single until they can find a man who can value them like they deserve. Did you know about the tiny island nation of Kiribati? Let us know in the comments. Number 11. Eswatini. Formerly known as Swaziland, Eswatini is a landlocked country in southern Africa. It is bordered by Mozambique and South Africa, and is known for its sweeping plains, gushing rivers, and deep canyons. It is also one of the few places on Earth where people can witness the black rhinoceros in its natural majesty. The added bonus about going on a vacation to Eswatini, or permanently moving there, is its low cost of living. On average, the monthly expenses do not exceed more than $500 for a single individual, including rent and other necessities. The country also hosts a unique and traditional reed dance festival every year. Thousands of young girls and women from across Eswatini are supposed to parade around completely topless and perform a special dance for the king. In the past, the king could then choose a virgin to marry, but these days, the festival is just held to keep the tradition alive. However, many of the women these days find the festival degrading and claim that they are forced to perform. Their families are fined if they do not participate in the reed dance, which leaves them with little choice. The women in Eswatini have those classic African features and, needless to say, they are gorgeous. They are also extremely loyal and always put their families before their own needs, but they want someone who can protect them from the harmful traditions of their country. Number 12. Liberia. Liberia is a West African nation that shares borders with Sierra Leone and Ivory Coast. In the past, it had been ravaged by civil unrest, but in recent years, it has been becoming a popular destination for tourists. The low cost of living just adds to the appeal of this beautiful country. A person can live comfortably in Liberia for around $500 per month on average. Food is readily available, but other important things like quality healthcare, proper transportation system, and internet might be a little challenging to come by. Poverty is a huge problem in the country, and that is one of the reasons why many of the young and beautiful single Liberian ladies choose to remain single. In addition to that, women in the country are also not always afforded the same rights as men. These women would rather wait their whole lives to find the perfect stranger than settle with the men who view them as nothing more than mere objects. Number 13. Egypt. Egypt is one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world. Its historic significance and the Great Pyramids have endured the test of time and continue to fascinate people even to this day. And the cherry on top is that it is one of the cheapest destinations for any foreigner. The average cost per month of living in major cities like Cairo or Alexandria is around $500. This is around 86% lower than in the United Kingdom and 65% lower than in the United States. In addition to that, Egypt is also known for paying higher salaries to expats, which means that they can live a lavish life in one of the most amazing places on the planet. Egyptian women are another attraction that appeals to foreigners. The country may be a conservative Islamic one, but the women here are modern and independent. They are simply stunning with their flawless skins, fair complexions, and mesmerizing eyes. These ladies perfectly embody the right blend of Middle Eastern and Mediterranean traits, and they can sway the hearts of anyone who appreciates elegance. Sadly, Egyptian women have to contend with their patriarchal society, and that is why they look for foreign men to settle down with. They are well educated and are known for their intelligence. These women will always put the needs of their partners first and are not shy when it comes to showering them with love and affection. What do you think of beautiful Egyptian women? Tell us in the comments. Number 14. Sri Lanka. Formerly known as Ceylon, Sri Lanka is an island country in South Asia. It is located on the Indian Ocean just south of India on the southwestern side of the Bay of Bengal. The country is supposed to be ancient according to Hindu legends, but it is one of the lesser-known destinations in the world. Anyone who visits Sri Lanka is fascinated by its natural beauty and the chance to see the great Indian elephants up close. As a bonus, Sri Lanka is also one of the most affordable places to visit. The average cost of living in a major city like Colombo is around $510 per month. This is approximately 49% lower than in the United Kingdom. Another lesser-known fact about the country is its unique women. Usually people tend to think of the ladies here as similar to Indian women, but they are very different in reality. The island nation has had a lot of interactions with several ethnic groups such as Tamils, Moors, Sinhalese, and Portuguese, and this unique blend is reflected in the beauty of the Sri Lankan women. Their shapely figures, wildly expressive eyes, and heart-wrenching smiles only add to the allure of the Sri Lankan women. However, many of these young and beautiful ladies are forced to look out for themselves as men leave the country to seek employment in foreign lands. Number 15. Haiti. Haiti is a Caribbean nation that shares the island of Hispaniola with the Dominican Republic to its east. It is a popular destination for tourists thanks to its beautiful beaches and close proximity to the other great spots in the Bahamas. Haiti is also pretty affordable when it comes to living there. The average expenses for a person for an entire month just amount to around $510. However, the true attraction of the country is its beautiful women. Haitian ladies have mixed heritage, and most of them have African, French, and Spanish blood. This gives them their tall and slender physique with long-limbed and well-toned bodies. They also have skins that vary in shades ranging from chocolate brown to olive with thick curly hair. These women may be known for their resilience, but they usually can't find many local men who can value and cherish them like they deserve. That is why they are far more open to settling down with foreign men who can take care of their needs. That's all that we have for you today. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Click on the screen for more content like this. See you in the next one.